Don't waste your privilege in 2025. I think that we're less than a week away from the new year. So that's going to be super interesting, super exciting. But don't waste your privilege in 2025. Truly put your foot on the gas, ladies and gentlemen. And when I say privilege, it's so funny because anytime someone hears the word privilege, they automatically assume that it's about pretty privilege. It's not just about looks as far as privilege. Your privilege can be your mind. You're very smart. You're very intelligent. You're really intellectual. Some people, your privilege, maybe you're creative. Like you can create, like you can paint, you can draw, you can sing, you can play instruments. You're very creative. Some of you all, your privilege is your social skills. You're very good at connecting to people. Anytime people meet you, it's just, you can just walk into a room and you can just work it. Now, what does it mean when I say to not waste your privilege? What does wasting your privilege actually mean? Well, I'm going to tell you. When I was growing up as a little couple of people around me. And a lot of them, it's so funny, a couple of weeks ago, my mother was having a conversation with her friend while we were out. And I was, listening in here and there. As I was driving us around, I heard the conversation, and her friend was saying, "Oh my God, do you remember when we were in the islands? Remember when we were in our late teens, early 20s? Remember how we had so much ambition for ourselves? Remember how we thought we were going to end up living in LA? Remember how we thought that we were going to just take over the world and we just had all these high dreams?" And her friend was like, "We really wasted our time. We wasted our time on a lot of insignificant things. And time goes by so fast. Literally that was decades ago, but we could have really painted the town red. We had so much big aspirations for ourselves, and we let life break us down, and we lost the fire for life." That's what I heard them talking about on the phone. And that's why sometimes it's kind of cool to be around women that are older than you, because you kind of learn in a way. You're okay, I kind of know what to avoid or what to go for in a way, because, wisdom also comes with age. And that's what encouraged me to make this video, which is to not waste your privilege. Whatever you have, whatever you're good at, whatever you're talented in, I want you to maximize that. Now, wasting your privilege, in particular in the community of women, is a lot more popular because of how jealous women are. Women will go out of their way to destroy anything that a woman that they're jealous of is working on. And that can be very discouraging for the person that's working towards something, because a woman may try to sabotage it, destroy your character, maybe even try to destroy you or whatever, and then you give up on that thing. I remember I posted this video on TikTok maybe last year where I told a lot of women, you let women run you out. You let them run you out of your privilege. You let them run you out of your position. You let them run you out of your gift. You let them run you out of your talent. You let them run you out of, particular places. And it's unfortunate for you, because one day you're going to get older and you're going to wake up and you're going to be like, "Man, I was that girl, but I watered down me being that girl because of fear." That fear of perception, that fear of being perceived, that fear of being pursued is a major one, because we all know, especially as women, when you got it going on, you know that women are going to be on your trail. You know that they're going to try things. You know that they're going to try to dig up information about you to exploit you online. You know that the more you shine, the more women and men are going to come after you. But don't waste your privilege because you have fear of what people are going to do. People went after Jesus. They crucified Jesus. So if he could get through it, you could get through the little petty nonsense that people are going to try to do. But literally, don't waste your privilege, whatever that privilege may be. And another thing is, don't let people guilt trip you out of your privilege. This is something that's very, very popular, especially amongst human beings, is people trying to guilt trip you for a privilege that you have. I remember a couple years ago, I was dating this guy. He was very, very wealthy, very, very successful. But upon our first encounter, I noticed that he was kind of throwing shade at me because I went to college. Like, I got a 6-year degree. And he's like, oh, well, I guess you're like the smarty pants between us because, you went to college and got a 6-year degree. I was a college dropout. And he's like, well, it doesn't matter. I was a college dropout, but I'm technically more successful than you. And you went to college for 6 years. So I guess college is not that much of a big deal as people think it is. And from that moment, the minute I caught the shade, I left and I blocked his number to never speak to him again. Because again, I don't have room for abusive, narcissistic people in my life. Once I see the sign, I just get away from that person. It's like a reflex because I don't have time to have anybody attached to me that's going to weigh me down, right? And I could tell that he was kind of like going to college, regardless of if someone didn't go to college and they're making more money than you, going to college is still an accomplishment. It's still an achievement. Like, I don't know why in life people can't just be happy for other people, even if they achieve something different than you. Going to college is still an achievement, and that was my achievement. And a lot of times that reminds me about in life how people will try to guilt trip you. Like, for example, let's say you're a woman, you're very beautiful and you're very attractive, right? People will say, oh, well, it's not all about looks. Well, it's not all about the way you dress. Like, they're going to try to guilt trip you out of your privilege. I tell people all the time, there is no trophy for allowing other human beings to come in your life and manipulate it. There's no trophy for watering yourself down because you're afraid of naysayers. There's no trophy for that. The only thing that you get for that is regret. Take the picture, take the trip, take the job, take the class, learn the new skill, and whatever privilege that you have, capitalize on your privilege. I don't know why people were dragging Kim Kardashian because she used her privilege. Why would she not use her privilege? The privilege that you all wish you had a multi-million-dollar father, multi-million-dollar mother, multi-million-dollar best friend. You know that you would trade lives with her if you could get her privilege and capitalize it in your own way. So anytime people try to guilt trip you about whatever privilege you have, ask yourself, I wonder if they would want to be in my spot. And 9 times out of 10, they would. They would want to have your privilege of your intelligence. They would want to have your looks if they could. They would want to be around the certain high caliber circle that you're around if they could. And because they can't, that is the main reason as to why they are guilt tripping you for it. So don't waste your privilege in 2025. You have 365 days to get your mind in order, get your body in order, get your vision in order, get your vision boards ready so that we can truly take over next year and we don't have any time to waste. We are not wasting our privilege whatsoever, and we are ensuring that what we desire is what we're going to get.